So there's three broad groups that are targeting the United States, and all for different reasons as they look at exploiting our critical infrastructure. The first is China, and China's goal really is to get into our systems and lay in wait. The idea is that if the U.S. and China ever went to war, they would use that access to cause major disruptions in our systems, leading to cascading failures. And the reason they would want to do that would be to induce societal panic, to prevent us from making effective decisions about how to respond, and to prevent the U.S. military from effectively mobilizing in response to a Chinese threat. That's very different from Russia. Russia's ambitions are really more about political mayhem than about some specific armed conflict. So they're really looking to get in to just cause disruptions for the sake of causing disruptions, because the more we're off balance, the more vulnerable we are in general. And lastly is organized crime. So organized crime is targeting U.S. critical infrastructure primarily for financial benefit. Ransomware gangs want to extort critical infrastructure operators out of money.
You could think of critical infrastructure as homeland security. Securing those critical infrastructure is critical for us as citizens, but also national security. If you think of ports and our ability to transport our troops and logistics for any conflict in the world.
So first of all, we have a fairly complex ecosystem where we have one part of the U.S. government focused on disaster preparedness at scale, primarily thinking through natural disaster type attacks. We have another part of the federal government that's focused on cybersecurity and thinking through what a major cyber attack might look like. And these two parts are really operating in silos. And the first thing we need to do in terms of solutions is to glue these two groups together. The people thinking about national preparedness need to be thinking about cybersecurity as a primary catalyst of disasters. And the people thinking about cybersecurity need to think about the cascading impacts of critical infrastructure failure in the recovery from a cyber attack.